Doing a top-down analysis is very important in the forex market. Now, before I decide whether to press that buy or sell button, I have to make sure that I do my homework well. I need to make sure that I've identified my key levels. Now, what next? Make sure that I understand or interpret what market is doing around those key levels. And lastly, before making that decision whether buy or sell, I need to make sure that my edge is in play. I need to make sure that the market has given me my final confirmation before making that decision. Now, in today's videos, I just want us to go through this market analysis. That is, I need to do some focused analysis of this coming week and show you what I mean by identifying your key level and understand how prices are approaching those key level, right? So let's get started. This is gbpusd. That was amazing run, but then I'm not going to talk about forex entries, right? I'm not going to talk about understanding forex entries. I just want to show you how I do my analysis, how I focus what the market might be doing or what price will try to do and react to that, right? So real quick, now most people like to trade gold, and I think that is what we should start with, right? So this is it. This is our let me just remove this everything right now based on the H4. In fact, since this is a new week, right, let's just start from the weekly time frame right there. Correct. Now all we need to do, simple things. I know most people do like trading ICT, SMC, whichever strategy that you use, no problem, right? The first thing you need to identify is the general direction of the market, because why? Even if you're trading SMC or demand and supply, guys, there's no way, oh, this is a buying market, then you come or you go to the lower time and then start looking for sale. The market will burn, right? The market will burn you, that is. So all you need to do basically is understand the market direction, but then this is something that you just see. This is an uptrend, right? So once you know that, okay, based on the weekly time frame, we are basically moving up, so there's nothing that you should be looking for if not buys, strictly buys. Because why? I need you guys to be safe. Don't try to catch a falling knife. If the market is selling, don't try to look for buys. You will burn, correct? Now, once we identify the direction, the next thing we should be identify is key level, that is key zones. Maybe let's just mark that as a high. Oh, no worries, we will adjust that when we go to the lower time frame. Right now, let's just have this right here. Maybe probably right there. So that is our highest high, and of course, where did price try to bounce from? Right here, that level. So that's like our low, highest low, correct? Now if we are looking for buys, that is if price is in an uptrend, so basically we should be looking for buys only at the lowest zone right here, correct? Now let's go to the H4. I don't need to add more trend because today I just want to be simple, correct? Now this is what we see based on the H4. In fact, I think we should have gone to the daily because we started from the weekly, right? So this is what we have based on the weekly time frame. Now on the weekly time frame, yes, you can understand we had a low, lower high, low. Now probably the market's going to give us a lower high right there, and I know that we might have a selling pressure right there, probably the market to go all the way down. I don't have an issue with that, right? Like I said before, we react according to what price is telling us, but then remember back on our mind, we understand that the market is basically going up. This is a bullish market, so looking for sales is dangerous. Let's just have this right here, right? So even if we see, yes, we have, let's just bring in a trend right here, maybe something like this. If we see this gold, right, if we see gold starts to drop, because I still anticipate selling pressure right here, that might not be an opportunity or the right time to look for sales, because remember I said we are in an uptrend. So this might just be a pullback, then boom, the market goes back and takes out most sellers or most payers stop loss. Like I said before, never sell in a bullish market, never buy in a bearish market, correct? Now since we understand that that is the case, all we need to do is understand now what price is going to do around that level. Remember I said from the intro is, once you identify your key levels, the next thing is understand how price is reacting around those key levels. The next levels that we need to mark is this level probably. There's a reason why I've marked that level, because if you look, there's that possibility, if this is a bullish market, there's that possibility to get this kind of behavior before we see maybe gold touching the sky. let me just bring in that right there. So if you understand about market patterns, I hope you guys understand that that is an inverse head and shoulder. So if we see maybe gold trying to bounce off this anticipated level, our marked zone that we've identified right here, if we see gold dropping right there, it does not mean that we should be looking for sale. Like I say, the market might just want to fill in this gap right there and complete this inverse head and shoulder. Right now, if price decide to do that, all we need to do, let's just remove this right here. Remember guys, once again, before we continue guys, remember, if you want to get funded, mi amigos, check out Funded Next, one of the best prop firm in the industry. Funded Next, of course, if you are in the US basically, and you want to trade futures, you can still join Funded Next. Funded Next offers CFDs and futures, and also you can check out my Telegram channel. I do send out this kind of analysis, so you guys just you don't have to do anything. Follow along. Once I send the analysis, you follow along and make decision based off your age page, based on your entry strategy. Right, I'll just be simplifying things. And guys, also, I don't give out signals, I don't offer mentorship program. Right, I only trade on my own, so stay safe. So let's continue, amigos. So we understand that there's that possibility that when the market opens, we might have this selling pressure. Right, so we have two reasons to anticipate selling pressure. One reason is we have this trend line right there, first touch, second touch, and the third. So most will be looking for sales right here. Another second reason that we might anticipate a selling pressure is because of this anticipated inverse head and shoulder right here. Because of this level right there, there's that possibility. And for those who use Fibonacci, basically you understand that after every impulse you need to wait for a retracement, and that's when you go in for your entry. So all in all, generally, let's just have this right here. For instance, generally this is from this level, basically from this level right here, this is just an impulse phase, and we understand after every impulse the market give correction, impulse correction, impulse correction. Now those who trade SMC ICT, you need to identify your order block zones, your liquidity zones, wait for price to grab those liquidities, then that's when you make your decision. Right, but for me, I do trade trend line, right, and I before making my entry decision, basically I trade breakout. Right, so that's it. So we go to the H4 real quick and understand what price is doing. Now of course, if we adjust this, let's just bring it that right there. Like I said before, remember, if you check to the left, there's that possibility of this, correct? Now market closed around this level, and we saw bulls coming in, creating high, higher low, high, higher low, and now we had an impulse. And like I said before, we still anticipate that drop. Now for those who trade order blocks, basically you understand that we had this level right there under liquidity, whichever. So SMC ICT, I don't know, you guys know your strategy. I don't want to talk about other people's strategy. Let me just talk about me. Right, so anticipation is when market opens, there's that possibility of the market, like we said, dropping, no problem. But then if price doesn't respect this, doesn't mean we are dropping. The thing is, we need to understand the pullback, the drop. Right, once we catch our entry, boom, that's when I'll execute. So for me, to look for good entry position, basically I think this should be the good place for me to look for my entry, whichever. Right, but at the same time, like I said before, understand our price is approaching your key levels. We still have this level right there. If price comes back to this level and I see a sign that it wants to go up, I'm going to look for buys. I hope that makes sense. Right, and if I see price continues to break this structure, no problem, I want to see what she's going to do around this level right there. Once it touches this zone right there, and it gives me a sign that your bulls are already in this market, look for your entry. Boom, I'm going to take my buy. Now that's on goal, correct? Let's just remove this. I don't want to talk about sales because, like I said, this is still a bullish market. But then let's just bring it this right there. If Price wants to give us a selling position. Like I say, if it breaks out of this level right there, then goes back, this is what I need to understand. That pullback, how is she pulling back to retest this trend line? And if she gives a bearish momentum or opportunity, that will be a sign that she's dropping. But then still reluctant or hesitant to take that or look for sales. Like I said before, let's just bring in this right there and cater for this level right there. So those are the zones that we should be watching out on our price reaction right here. If it gives us an entry confirmation, we look for buys, right? But then if it continues dropping, no problem, that's just a correction. I will look for my entry right there. Boom. Should be even more pips once she drops maybe and touches this level, but then I don't think so. But then anyway, you never know, the market will choose to do whatever thing it wants. So that is how I go with my analysis, a very simple analysis, and I hope you guys understood that, right? Remember, identify the market direction. Once you get that, the only thing you need to do, go to the lower time frame, identify key levels, wait for price to go back and retest those key levels. And once you see market or price telling you, yo, the bulls or the bears are coming in, join the gang and ride the wave all the way up or all the way down. Correct? Now I hope that's it for today, and adios amigos, peace.